What's up, my friends, and welcome to the June campaign of Solo Game of the Month. Got another great game, special game, really interesting story behind the game. I'll tell you in just a minute. But Shred of Redemption is this month's game, and it asks the question, if you were a medieval noble who had lived just an evil life, right? Done terrible things, a lot of betrayal and murder and whatnot, and you get to the end of your life and you're like, maybe I should have done things differently. Is there a way to kind of create some virtues in my life, to do some things better, to make up for a life of wrong? And this game answers that question of yes, it is possible, and it's possible through some clever card play, creating interesting combos, and manipulating dice, and doing a little bag building. Who knew that that's all it took? A little dice manipulation, a little bag building, and that could make up for a lifetime of terrible actions and deeds. Or at least in this context, that's the case. And yeah, really excited about this one. It's a fun little game. If you enjoy puzzly games, if you enjoy, again, card combos and dice manipulation, bag building, if you're looking for a game that's a great travel game, right, that you can play in 10 to 15 minutes. You can just pop down on a table. It doesn't take up hardly any space at all. You can play it real quick. You can win, maybe lose, probably, and then play it again, or put it back in your bag and get on with your business trip or whatever you got going on, or just a quick good little game before bed. This game is a great option for that. And as far as just a little backstory about the game, Shred of Redemption is designed by Artem Safarov, and he's also the designer of a little game called Unbroken. And you might be thinking, Unbroken? I feel like I've heard some things about that game or that campaign, and you may have. There have been some things that have been said about that. I am not here to say things about that because I ain't trying to catch a lawsuit, but some things transpired, and there's some people maybe not incredibly happy about some things. Just real quick, I am not the publisher of that game. I've already seen a few comments in the pre-launch campaign where people have been like, hey, where's my game? I'm like, I'm not that guy. Sir, this is a Wendy's. I'm not that dude. And, I encourage you to reach out to those folks. This is a different situation over here. You back one of my games, you're going to get that game. That's guaranteed. Even if I have to, take a second or third job, like, we're going to make sure this thing happens. So nothing to worry about there. But anyway, I reached out to Artem way back when Solo Game of the Month was just kind of getting going. And I was reaching out to designers that I have a lot of respect for, designers that I think are just really amazing designers who create solo games. And I said, hey, just let me know if you have a game that might fit into a small box and kind of fit in this thing that I'm building. Would love to work with you. Just let me know. Actually, I reached out to see if the rights to Unbroken were available, because that would be cool. I would definitely buy those if they were, and then we do a really cool version. But anyway, moving on. But Artem, he kind of been through some stuff, and he's like, I don't know if I'm going to design a game again. Like, he was kind of down on the whole designing a game thing, and I understood. I've been through some things in the past too. You just kind of go, maybe I'm just gonna be done. And so anyway, I am nothing if not persistent, and I reached out to him a couple more times over time, and then a while back I said, hey, just wanted to follow back up, see if you got any games that you might be thinking about, or you would want to work together on. And he said, hey, I got one that had actually been with a different publisher who also had experienced, shall we say, shenanigans. And he said, I got the rights back to it. What do you think about this? I watched the video, I read the rules. It looked great. It looked like a lot of fun. It was a quick playing combo-tastic dice game, and called Shred of Redemption. And I was like, that is a very interesting title that you chose, Artem. And so anyway, I am so excited to bring this game to life. The artwork by my friend Cole is just phenomenal. He's outdone himself once again. If you've noticed, Cole has done quite a few games so far. He's been the illustrator for Solo Games of the Month. He's got several more coming. Actually, he designed one. That's coming soon too. But the game just presents on the table just wonderfully, and I am really pumped to help Artem bring a game to life that arrives at every single doorstep of backers who bought it, and for people to enjoy what he's put together, because I think he's a great designer. I think more people need to know about him, the person, him, the designer. And so, yeah, really looking forward to this campaign and just the fulfillment of this campaign, doing some things, obviously for my company and for Solo Game of the Month, but also for him as a designer, but mainly for you as a player, as a solo gamer, because ultimately, that's what this is about. The stories are nice and backstories and all that kind of thing, but the question is the game fun? Will I enjoy it as a solo gamer? And if you've enjoyed other games in the Solo Game of the Month series, I think you're going to love this one. It's a lot of fun. It's got a cool little theme that's kind of atypical than the norm. You know, it's not just zombies or it's not fantasy. It's in medieval and some things going on, but a slightly different look, slightly different lens that we're looking at things through. So anyway, I'm excited to get this game out to you. Excited for Artem to experience this as well. But anyway, have a great rest of the month. Thank you so much for being part of this thing that we keep building together as a community of solo gamers, as solo folks. And yeah, thank you so much for checking out the campaign. Have an excellent day.